Welcome back to another weekly edition of Monday Night Raw as well. This is the 101 at ringside, and tonight's main event has got huge implications on the Wrestlemania main event, because tonight we have got a number one contenders match for the Undertaker's World Wrestling Federation Championship. It is going to be the People's Choice Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on Vince McMahon's choice Chris Jericho. The winner of this one will advance to the WrestleMania main event and face the Undertaker for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. So as I say, this show has got huge implications of what the WrestleMania main event is going to be on the Raw side this year. However, more on that as the show develops, because kick off tonight's show, we have got the world's strongest man, Sexual Chocolate, making his way to the ring for the first opening contest of the evening. Mark Henry, a former member of the Nation of Domination stable, that group no longer active here on Raw. Instead, Mark Henry going solo once again as Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry, looking to kickstart his reignited solo career here this evening. And what an opponent we've got for Henry that we're going to be seeing in just a matter of moments. And the sound of some very familiar music hits the arena. The crowd going insane, the crowd on their feet. I know who it is, you know who it is. Yes, Kurt Angle has returned to the WWE. Kurt Angle, one of few Grand Slam winners in WWE history, a former WWF IC European and Tag Team Champion, and even a King of the Ring winner back in the year 2000. The long-awaited return of Kurt Angle is finally happening. Last time we saw Angle, he was involved in a triple threat match at Bragging Rights 2013 involving Kevin Steen and Justin Gabriel. Representing Raw, Kurt Angle won that match and gained himself a World Championship contract. Unfortunately for Angle, shortly after that match, Kurt Angle abruptly leaving the WWE. However, 3 years later, 3 years down the line, the Olympic gold medalist is back. Kurt Angle finally back in the WWE. And what a return match this one is going to be. Former Olympian taking on former Olympian. Mark Henry, of course, the world's strongest man. Kurt Angle finally back in the WWE, finally come home. The crowd excited for this one. Kurt Angle, Mark Henry kick off tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw as well. This one officially underway. And so far, Kurt Angle, the shoulder barges, unsuccessfully trying to take down the immovable object, Mark Henry. Mark Henry with the back body drop. Henry as big as they come and certainly as strong as they come. The big elbow, the early cover. And Kurt Angle kicking out. As I say, truly awesome to see Kurt Angle back in the WWE. It's been 3 years and 3 long years. Year after year we have hoped for the return of Angle, but year after year that's not been the case. However, this year is finally the year. Kurt Angle coming home. Kurt Angle back home to the Raw brand. These two former Olympians going to toe-to-toe in this one. Some early great action. Mark Henry currently in control. The big stop now to the forehead of Angle. And the world's strongest man picking the Olympic gold medalist to his feet, going for the bear hug but not connecting. Kurt Angle there, reversing the bear hug into the hip toss. And now Kurt Angle's turn for the offense. This time the big knee to Henry. When Kurt Angle was last here in the WWE, as we touched on, he had a World Championship contract. Due to Kurt Angle leaving the WWE and being gone for so long, you've got to assume that contract no longer valid. So Kurt Angle back in the WWE, back on Raw with a clean slate. In theory, going to be starting his way at the bottom and working his way to the top. But with WrestleMania on the horizon, what a time for Angle to make his return to Raw. And I'm sure his return to Monday Night Raw is going to be some welcome news here in the WWE Universe. Henry of the offense, the body splash in the corner. And what a return match for Angle. You can't get a much tougher opponent than Mark Henry. The world's strongest man, as big as they come, as tough as they come, and obviously as strong as they come. Currently in firm control, now going for a second body splash. Uppercut Angle out of the way. Mark Henry not fully connecting that time. And this is Kurt's opportunity. He's got to get those shots in whilst he can. Henry on the apron. And look at this straight by Angle. The belly-to-belly overhead suplex from the apron back to the inside of the ring. An awesome moment by Kurt Angle there. The fans on their feet. And we are seeing now more suplexes. The German suplexes. Connect to a 2. Holding on. Can he connect with the third one? He can. The triple German suplex there by the 1996 Olympic gold medalist, the former WWF champion. The crowd still on their feet, witnessing an awesome moment. But Henry, just like that, completely telling this match on his side. The big boot there. And now the massive body splash, the world's strongest splash delivered to Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle, from being on top one moment, is now in a world of trouble. And a second big splash. A second world's strongest splash there by Mark Henry. Picking Angle back to his feet. Torture rack time. Henry going for the victory. Is Kurt Angle going to tap out to the devastating torture rack by Mark Henry? He's got to be close to submitting now. That hold being held in for several moments. But Kurt Angle just like that. Reversing the torture rack into the big spike DDT. And Kurt Angle now going back to what brought onto a dance, those German suplexes. Again, he's hit a double. Once again, going for the third one. And for the second time in this contest, Kurt Angle delivering 3 successive German suplexes to the world's strongest man. Mark Henry can't believe it. I'm not sure I can believe it. Angle showing so much strength, so much technique in this one. And a bit of Kurt Angle's own menace in that time. That move reversed into a German suplex of Mark Henry's own there. Mark Henry feels this one could be in the bag. Going to that second rope, we don't see that too often. Henry in unfamiliar territory there, perched on the second rope, waiting for Angle, who's groggy as hell, to get back to his feet. Kurt finally does. But Henry not quick enough. And a belly-to-belly suplex on the top rope. A super belly-to-belly suplex. Arguably the biggest belly-to-belly suplex you've ever seen in WWE history. You know, Angle calling for it in the Olympic Slam. Kurt Angle delivering an Olympic Slam to the former Olympian himself, Mark Henry. And this one is over. Kurt Angle, after a long 3-year absence, is finally back on Raw. And is back with a big victory, defeating Sexual Chocolate Mark Henry here this evening. What a signing by Vince McMahon. Kurt Angle finally back, and finally back on the Raw brand. A great acquisition, no doubt about it. Kurt Angle was back and looking arguably better than ever. Kurt Angle victorious tonight in the opening match of Monday Night Raw. And speaking of Vince McMahon, he is backstage now. We had a massive announcement. The board of directors announcing earlier today this feud between Mick Foley and Vince McMahon will come to a head and come to an end at this year's WrestleMania, because it is going to be Vince McMahon and a tag team partner of his choosing take on Mick Foley and a tag team partner of his choosing, and the winning GM of this contest will become the GM not only their own brand but of the entire WWE. So the Raw GM Vince McMahon is going to be taking on the SmackDown GM Mick Foley with a tag team partner each at WrestleMania in a massive winner-take-all tag team contest. And not only that, as we also found out earlier today, Mick Foley has not wrestled in several years here in the WWE. However, technically, Mick Foley still has a superstar contract on the Raw brand from several years ago. Vince McMahon now conscious of that contract, and from next week, forcing Mick Foley, despite his responsibilities as a SmackDown GM, forcing Mick Foley to compete as a Raw superstar from next week on Monday Night Raw. So we have not seen Mick Foley active in a WWE ring for several years now. However, that inactivity will stop next week because Mick Foley is putting back on those boots and is getting back into the WWE ring. Mick Foley back in action on next week's edition of Monday Night Raw as well. So a massive announcement moments ago and a great opening contest, and that great action is going to continue up next, because up next we've got a Hardcore Championship match. It is going to be the new champion Billy Gunn defending that championship against the former champion, the Big Red Hardcore Machine, Kane. So the former champion making his way out first. Kane held that championship for several months That was until last week. Kane successful in defending that championship against X-Pac in last week's match. However, after that match, Billy Gunn taking full advantage of the new 24/7 rule. And after that match, Billy Gunn attacking Kane, delivering that famous on that steel chair. Billy Gunn taking full advantage of the new rule, pinning Kane for the 1-2-3. Billy Gunn leaving last week's Raw as the brand new Hardcore Champion. Well, this week, as decided by you the viewers at home, Kane has got his rematch, and Kane will face Billy Gunn tonight for that Hardcore Championship. The Big Red Machine, one of the most dominant Hardcore Champions we've ever seen in the WWE, earning the name the Big Red Hardcore Machine. Billy Gunn, a great superstar in his own right, a worthy Hardcore Champion, about to make his way to the ring now. Billy Gunn going old school, ditching the one trunks, going back to Mr. Ass, badass Billy Gunn trunks. Is this a sign of things to come? It might possibly be, because the word going around backstage earlier today is that Billy Gunn is on a mission, and that mission is to reform one of the most dominant stables of all time. And yes, I'm talking about it, D-Generation X. Billy Gunn wanting to reform the group that made him famous in the first place, D-Generation X. As it currently stands though, DX is not back. Although if Billy Gunn has his way, that group may be returning sooner than you might think. Nevertheless, we are literally moments away from a Hardcore Championship match. So here we go, this one underway. The champion, straight out of the blocks there. Right hand after right hand of the Big Red Machine. Although Kane can brawl the best of them. Coming back into it now. Oh. Billy Gunn out of the corner. And Kane, the big swinging neck breaker, taking the current champion down. As we've already mentioned it, Kane defeated X-Pac last week, retaining that championship. Billy Gunn taking full advantage of the 24/7 rule after that match. Although one superstar who got involved mid-match was ECW alumni Mikey Whipwreck. Whipwreck getting involved mid-match, trying to attack Kane, trying to get that pinfall on the champion at the time. However, Mikey Whipwreck completely unsuccessful. The ECW alumni unsuccessful in his attempts to become the Hardcore Champion, and receiving an immediate choke slam through the announcer's table for his troubles. So I'm not sure we're going to be seeing Mikey Whipwreck anytime soon, especially around the Big Red Machine Kane. As we've already touched on, Kane, a very dominant Hardcore Champion before last week, will no doubt go down as one of the best Hardcore Champions of all time. So Billy Gunn certainly got his work out of this evening if he wants to retain that Hardcore Championship. So far this one stayed in the ring, so far no weapons involved, although I'm sure it's only a matter of time until that is not the case. Another nice reversal there by Kane, a nice big back body drop. And now the one Billy Gunn, just like that, big clothesline outside of the ring. Billy Gunn dazed and confused. This action now spinning to the outside of the ring. We can already see at the top of the picture a table, a ladder, a chair. This one sure to get hardcore very, very soon. Nevertheless, great action already. These two going all out to prove who is the better Hardcore Champion. And Billy Gunn, the current champion, in firm control at the moment. Going for a scoop slam, Robert Kane. Agile for a big man. Now telling the tide, Kane back in control. This time, sun Billy Gunn's face to the announcer's table. The crowd enjoying this one. These two going back and forth near the guardrail. And Gunn now dragging Kane to that guardrail. And Kane's face off the guardrail the hard way. Oh, but Kane now. Kane's turn. Billy Gunn there, chin first on the guardrail as well. These Hardcore Championship matches, especially the 24/7 rule, always entertaining, always fun, and always that element of you never know what's going to happen. Last week we saw Mikey Whipwreck get involved in the 24/7 situation, and of course we saw Billy Gunn get involved. Billy Gunn taking full advantage, using that 24/7 rule to become the champion. Billy Gunn going for a suplex, but oh no, Kane reversing it. A reverse suplex, putting Gunn back into the ring. The Big Red Machine now the 7-foot up to the top rope. Are we going to be seeing Signature Kane? Yes, we are. Signature Kane. That massive 300 plus clothesline there. Almost like a big red missile going through the air. But Gunn doing all he can do to get back in control. A nice reversal into the clothesline. And now Singapore Kane time. A big shot to Kane. And another one. 2 big Singapore Kane shots there connecting to the big red machine. And Billy Gunn stalking his prey. Waiting for Kane to get back to his feet. But Kane barely moving. Although now slowly moving. Slowly getting back to his feet. Billy Gunn waiting. A big shot to the abdomen. And a massive shot there to the cranium. I think Kane has received 4 or 5 Singapore Kane shots now. Oh, but Kane, look at this. Kane showing that fight back. And a great move there by Kane. This is why Kane was a great hardcore champion. This is why Kane is one of the most feared men on the entire Raw roster. Big Irish whip in the corner. Gunn in trouble. The shoulder thrust. Connects with the second one. Oh, but this time Billy Gunn reversing it. And now, right hand after right hand, 2 big right hands delivered to Kane. Gunn going straight back to that Singapore Kane. And look at this, Kane being choked by Billy Gunn in the corner with that Singapore Kane. This one, an awesome matchup. Don't forget this one for the Hardcore Championship. The fans enjoying this one. A very entertaining match so far. Both these men using the weapons to their full advantage. Billy Gunn going for the drop kick, not connecting. Gunn missing the drop kick. And now this is Kane's chance to get back into this one again. And a 300 plus pound spine buster. Billy Gunn, no doubt about it, dazed and confused on the mat. And if Kane keeps this up, then Kane could be imminently winning this one and becoming once again the Hardcore Champion. And look at this dominance by the Big Red Machine. A massive chair shot to Billy Gunn. And if Kane connects to the choke slam, this one is going to be over. Choke slam time. Oh, but Gunn reversing the choke slam into that spike DDT. Potentially bounced off that chair or even that ladder in the ring. Signature Gunn now. Look at that. The spinning slam. Kane spine first, back first, off the ladder. And Gunn looking for that famous up. The move that won Gunn the championship last week. Oh, but Kane reversing it. Oh, missed time. Billy Gunn slammed off the ladder. Kane moving the furniture once again. Gunn in the corner. And the momentum fully on the Big Red Machine side now. The clotheslines and the sidewalk slam onto the steel chair. Billy Gunn battered and bruised. Kane once again can be moments away from reclaiming that championship. Billy Gunn has been champion now for 7 days. Well, that 7-day reign could be coming to the end. Because at the moment, there is no signs of Kane letting up. Kane on the offense and looking as dominant as they come. And this one about to go up another notch because the fan favourite table about to get involved. Kane sitting on a table on the outside of the ring. Gunn is in a world of trouble. And Gunn moments away from potentially losing that championship. But what is this? X-Pac in the ring. A steel chair shot there delivered to the back of the head of Kane. And now Billy Gunn X-Pac eye to eye. And look at this. Both superstars holding up the DX sign. We touched on it earlier on. Of the rumours of Billy Gunn wanting to reform Generation X. Well, it looks like the rumours might be true. And we might have just seen the beginning of a potential reunion of the group. Billy Gunn and X-Pac on the same page, double teaming Kane, going for another manoeuvre now. Oh, but Kane reversing it. Kane reversing the double suplex. That time into a double DDT of his own. And now Kane does not look happy. Steel chair in hand. Oh, would not like to be X-Pac. A steel chair shot delivered to X-Pac. And now Gunn. Don't turn around, Billy. Oh, Billy Gunn there, suffering the same fate. Another gigantic chair shot to the back of the head. And the former champion, the Big Red Machine, in firm control of both Billy Gunn and X-Pac. We didn't know originally if X-Pac was getting involved to try and become the champion himself. It now appears X-Pac on the same page as Billy Gunn. These two men attempting to double team Kane, although as we are seeing, that double team has completely backfired. The potentially reformed New DX about to go for a ride. The double choke slam delivered. What a moment by the Big Red Monster. The massive double choke slam. Covering the champion. 1, 2, 3. And once again, Kane, the Big Red Hardcore Machine, is once again the Hardcore Champion. If this truly was a DX reformation, it could be a case of wrong place, wrong time. Kane spoiling that party here this evening. And a very deflated, battered, bruised X-Pac and Billy Gunn now leaving ringside. Kane dominant, leaving Raw as champion. Oh, but look at this. Once again, Mikey Whipwreck getting involved. Mikey Whipwreck attacking Kane with that steel chair. Oh, but Kane to his feet. Mikey looks like he might need a new pair of pants because the Big Red Machine back to his feet. Mikey Whipwreck cannot believe it. And just like last week, Mikey Whipwreck getting punished. The table set up previously still standing here at ringside. And that table might have Mikey's name on it. The superplex to the outside of the ring, crashing Mikey Whipwreck through that table. Mikey Whipwreck absolutely destroyed, laid out in front of us. Kane very well might be the most dominant hardcore champion we've ever seen in World Wrestling Federation history. Once again, Mikey Whipwreck, thanks for coming. See you next week. Kane's dominant run continues. And Kane leaving Raw, the brand new WWF Hardcore Champion. So, 2 matches down, 1 to go, and we have saved the biggest and best till last. Because up next, it is going to be the #1 contenders match for the Undertaker's World Wrestling Federation Championship. Stone Cold versus Chris Jericho. The winner of this one will face the Undertaker for his championship in the main event of this year's Wrestlemania. Out first, the man that attacked the American Badass, The Undertaker, at the start of last week's show, Chris Jericho. 2 weeks ago at Bad Blood, Chris Jericho announced to the world he was fed up of being overlooked here on Raw and would prove a point to the world and Vince McMahon that Chris Jericho deserved to be a main event player here on Raw. Well, Chris Jericho certainly got the attention of everyone last week, attacking the American Badass, the World Wrestling Federation Champion, The Undertaker. Of all the superstars to attack, I'm not quite sure The Undertaker was the wisest decision. However, due to that attack, the dead man not here this evening. Undertaker will be back in action next week on Raw. But this one, all about WrestleMania and all about The Undertaker's World Wrestling Federation Championship. Because one of these 2 men will face Undertaker in 3 weeks at WrestleMania. Is it going to be the People's Choice, Stone Cold Steve Austin? Or is it going to be Vince McMahon's choice, Y2J Chris Jericho? We will see at the conclusion of this main event. Coming up now, the People's Choice. The man the viewers at home voted in for tonight's main event match. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold, a multiple-time former World Wrestling Federation champion and has main evented several WrestleManias previously. Stone Cold will be looking to add the next WrestleMania to that list. Stone Cold told us earlier today he is desperate to once again become the World Wrestling Federation champion and will do whatever it takes to get to WrestleMania. Chris Jericho, though, telling us he is younger and hungrier than Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Chris Jericho wanted to make his own piece of history in 3 weeks at the grandest stage of them all. But one of these two great athletes will face The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Stone Cold or Jericho, either way, that is going to be a truly memorable WrestleMania main event. And Stone Cold now the turnbuckle with Chris Jericho in the ring. And watch out, Austin. Jericho from behind, just like he attacked The Undertaker last week. Jericho about a sneak attack from behind. And the referee ringing the bell, this one officially underway. Jericho, due to that surprise attack, in firm control early on, delivering elbow after elbow with the rattlesnake. Austin down, and it could be in trouble. The back rake there, and the fans not happy about what they are seeing. Chris Jericho, due to his recent actions, arguably the most unpopular superstar in the entire WWE, but the current Intercontinental Champion is not going to care. Jericho all about gaining Vince McMahon's respect and does not give a crap about anybody else, fans included. Jericho telling us last week he will do whatever it takes to prove to Vince McMahon he is a worthy main event player. And if Jericho is successful tonight, and Jericho will go on to the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, and face The Undertaker for his championship. The action on the outside of the ring now, and Jericho's advantage from that pre-match attack not lasting all that long because the rattlesnake now back in control, and the rattlesnake, due to that attack, does not look happy. And don't forget, 2 weeks ago now, Austin was scheduled to face The Rock at the Bad Blood pay-per-view. The Rock unable to attend the event, so that anger and frustration that Austin had for The Rock on that night now being fully transferred to Y2J, and that could be how to pay for Y2J in this one, because a pissed off rattlesnake is not a rattlesnake you want to be around. So Jericho definitely got to be on his game this evening. Both these superstars, great athletes in their own right. Stone Cold, much more of a brawling style. Jericho, much more technical. So different styles, but great styles nonetheless. And we are seeing part of Jericho's style now, going to the top rope. And look at that, the spinning forearm, taking Austin down into the cover. Referee getting the 1 count, Austin kicking out. So Jericho, the Ayatollah of rock and roll up, as he likes to call himself, has certainly got to be on his game this evening, because Austin, as tough as they come, as they say, the toughest SOB in the entire WWE. Austin has done all in this business, has main evented WrestleMania after WrestleMania, a multiple time former WWF champion, has held pretty much every championship here in the WWE. Jericho still looking to get to that level, still looking to gain that level of success here on Raw. And Jericho telling Vince he will do whatever it takes at any expense to get to that level and to be a main event player here on Raw as well. And if Jericho can beat Austin this evening, then that will certainly prove to everyone, like it or not, that Jericho is a main event player. Big knee there by Austin. And now the clubbing elbows. Jericho down on the mat. Being brought back to his feet again. The offense by Austin, not pretty, but certainly effective. Jericho now attempting to get into the style of Austin. This match, very brawl-like. Plenty of right hands, plenty of elbows, plenty of knees. Although ironically there, Austin with a suplex of all manoeuvres. A side suplex. And now, that's more like it. That's more like the Austin we know. The brawling style coming into play again. Jericho face first down to the mat the hard way. Irish whip into the corner. And the Ric Flair-like chops. And speaking of Ric Flair, we've not seen Flair in several weeks here on Raw. Although I hear Ric Flair could be returning sometime in the near future. And speaking of returns, what a great return we saw earlier on tonight. Kurt Angle, after a 3-year absence, making his return to the Raw brand. Not only did we see great action with Kurt Angle making his return, we also saw a fantastic Hardcore Championship match. Kane once again becoming the Hardcore Champion. Although in that one, we potentially saw some sort of reformation between Billy Gunn and X-Pac, so DX potentially back on Raw as well. Stay tuned for more news on that as the weeks progress. And now onto this one, the main event, Austin versus Jericho. The winner of this one heads to WrestleMania and will face the Undertaker for that World Championship in that WrestleMania main event. These two superstars laying it all on the line in this one, so much on the line. Not only a WWF Championship shot, but a WrestleMania main event. Every superstar in this business has one dream, and that dream is the main event at WrestleMania. And both these superstars have the opportunity to do that again this year. Will it be Jericho? Will it be Austin? One of these two men will face the Undertaker in 3 weeks at the grandest stage of them all. And as it currently stands, Austin could be the one heading to Mania, because classic Austin there off the second rope. And now this one could be moments away from ending. Stunner time. Oh, but Jericho blocking the stunner, catching the leg. And now Jericho's turn. The walls of Jericho now. Can he get it locked in? Can he turn him over? Yes, he can. Austin turned over. The walls of Jericho now fully locked in. Is Jericho going to WrestleMania? Well, if he is, it's not going to be from that maneuver. Austin powering out of the walls of Jericho. And this is signature Austin. The Luthez press. And the elbow drop. Historic moves there by Stone Cold Steve Austin. And if history serves us right, we know what's coming. Oh, for the second time, Jericho blocking the stunner. Stone Cold there for the second time, unsuccessful with that stunner attempt. Jericho's turn now, Y2J back on offense. And the Intercontinental Champion. And the Lion Soul. Is Jericho going to WrestleMania? This one has got to be over. 1, 2, and literally the last millisecond, Stone Cold kicking out. Jericho coming so close to confirming a spot at WrestleMania. Not to be though, Austin. Now fighting back and stomping the absolute crap out of Jericho. But Jericho with a jawbreaker. A kick to the gut. And the Enziguri kick to the side of the head. Both these men have come so close to victory in this one. The crowd on their feet. Jericho, cocky as they come, calling for it. The end could be here for Austin. Walls of Jericho time. Not this time, but DDT. Reversal by Austin. Spiking Jericho down the hard way with that spike DDT. Jericho groggy to his feet. Stone Cold Stunner. And the most successful move in WWE connects to Jericho. This one is over. Austin going to WrestleMania. And can you believe it? This time, Chris Jericho's turn. The last millisecond, literally, Jericho grabbing that rope. Referee calling for the rope break. Somehow, some way, this match continues. I can't believe it. The crowd can't believe it. When that stunner connected, we thought it was over. And what is this? Vince McMahon now making his way to the ring. Vince, of course, plenty of bad blood with Austin. One of the most fierce rivalries we've ever witnessed in World Wrestling Federation history. And Stone Cold telling Vince exactly what he thinks of him. Oh, but Jericho to his feet. And of all moves, a Stone Cold Stunner delivered to Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can't believe what I'm saying, but a stunner to Stone Cold. And now Jericho pulling Austin back to his feet. And a breakdown. Austin there being drilled face first into the mat the hard way. Vince McMahon on the apron looking on. And if the stunner and the breakdown wasn't enough, the Lion Soul connecting to a lifeless Stone Cold Steve Austin. Referee counting the 3 count. Once again, Vince McMahon screwing Stone Cold Steve Austin out of the World Wrestling Federation Championship. By hook or by crook, Chris Jericho has done it, defeating Stone Cold here this evening. And can you believe it? Y2J Chris Jericho is going to the main event of WrestleMania.